guys, it's Diabetic Girl, and today I wanted to do a quick little video. You guys, or some of my friends ask how I keep a positive outlook on my life with diabetes, and it's actually really simple if you think about it. So I'm really excited to do that, but first I have some exciting news that I need to get across to you guys. Okay, so first of all, I'm like obsessed with this hairstyle. If you guys have seen Frozen, it's Elsa's look. Yes, my poof is supposed to be slightly slanted. Stop. You're making fun of me. I know you are. And also, okay, so this sort of has to like do with my statement, but so this says dream because I'm a huge dreamer, and that'll come into play in this video in a couple minutes. Also, I'm really excited because I only have like a couple weeks, 3 weeks until I go down to Barton, which makes me excited because I really have missed being there. And I really want to go back, and I'm so excited to go back to Barton and sort of get my, I guess, like, inner spirit back, maybe? I don't know how you want to put it. And while I'm there, I'm getting my double Bartonian candle, which that'll be, like, a whole sort of video within itself, because I will probably be, like, crying, and I'll be really happy, and I'm so excited about it. I've waited so long for that moment, and so you guys are going to get to be there with me, which makes me excited about it. And also, the weekend of May 2nd through 4th, I was invited to go to Camp Nagetta, which is in Stillwater, New Jersey. The director over there is actually the old director of Joslyn, and I messaged him the other day, really wanting to check it out, and I was invited down as staff. So if any of you guys are in New Jersey, come down to Camp Nagetta for May 2nd through 4th, and I will totally be like, oh, hey! As long as you, like, tell me, like, subscribe to me, I'll be like, oh, hey, how's it going? And then I'll tell you my real name, because I'm not going to make you call me Diabetic Girl all weekend, but you totally could. I would be like, props to ya. Because, like, the backpack I carry when I'm at camp says Diabetic Girl on it, just to confuse people, but too many people know my name at camp, I guess. So, the actual point of this video, how do I have a positive outlook on my life with diabetes? Okay, so it wasn't easy. I will guarantee you guys that. It definitely was not easy at first, but now that I have the hang of it, it's wicked easy and just comes to me naturally. And it's one of those things that, like, I don't want to say it's, like, fun, but, like, it is. I don't know how to explain it. I guess that my positive outlook sort of started, probably 4 or 5 years ago. I was, really excited. I was working at a camp. I was being a role model for kids, and that's sort of where it all began. I mean, I had a positive outlook on it after going to camp, but it wasn't, like, as big as it is now, obviously, and it wasn't, like, 2 or 3 years ago is when I started doing videos for YouTube, and even then, I didn't have, like, a fully positive outlook on my diabetes, and as I opened up more to you guys, I sort of found myself sort of being, like, more and more positive about it, and I found that, doing this, nothing can stop me. I feel on top of the world sometimes when you guys leave these comments about how much I've helped you. Like, I feel amazing, and I guess that's sort of where my positive outlook comes from. I honestly, if I wasn't doing what I do today, I don't think I would be as positive about it, but, knowing that I can return to the camp that I work at all the time is really great, and it makes me feel really special. And the fact that I have, all of these fabulous campers and these amazing, amazing friends to help me is also so very amazing. I mean, I really feel like the people you surround yourself with, that sort of makes your attitude right there. I mean, you guys know I don't always get along with my mom, but she is an amazing, amazing, amazing person when it comes to my diabetes. And I think that's sort of a lot of the reason why I have such a positive outlook too, is she's just so amazing about it. And, because I was able to share my story and help other people, it sort of made me realize that I could, help others. And having this positive outlook on my diabetes made it easier for me to help others. Being able to say, like, yeah, okay, I totally hit a 3-month burnout, but it's okay because it's just going to get better from here. It made coping with it easier. And it's still today, I'm not even going to lie, it can be really hard at points in time. And I find that just being positive about it and knowing that, there could always be so much worse. Like, when my pump breaks down, well, I could be dying. I know that sounds really bad, but, like, that's just how I think about it. And it's like, when I was younger, I like didn't want to talk about my diabetes or embrace it. And I found that going to a diabetes camp helped me embrace it very, very much. Like before I went to Barton, I was so alone. Like I had like 3 friends, okay? Now I'm a social butterfly. I have friends from all over the United States that, totally get it. I can totally text them at 2 in the morning. They'll understand. And it part of that, when I like made friends with them, was knowing that, they could embrace it, so why can't I? And that was like my inspiration behind it, is I knew that I had to embrace my own diabetes. I had to love myself. And that's the thing, like people are always like, oh, why don't you date? I'm like, well, I have to love myself before I let someone else love me. And sometimes it can be really, really hard. And trust me, I get it. If you guys are in that stage where it is hard for you to love yourself or your diabetes, don't worry, we've all been there. My stage of that lasted from the time that I was like 8 until I was like 14, okay? That was like, I liked my diabetes at that point in time, but like I didn't love it the way that I do now. Like I can honestly wake up in the morning and be like, you know what, I have diabetes and sometimes it sucks, but it's totally great. I mean, like if you think about it, think of all the things diabetes has done for you. Like if I didn't have diabetes, I definitely wouldn't be half the person I am today. Well, obviously, but like I would have never been to camp. I would have never had any of these amazing opportunities that, have been offered to me ever in my life. And it's like, I can't picture my life without camp. I really can't. And I can't picture my life without you guys or without some of my closest friends who, have been with me through thick and through thin and have just always been by my side, and we've just always been there for each other. Like I would never ever be able to imagine my life without that. Sorry, my CGM's going off. It's like I would honestly, I think that if I didn't have diabetes, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. And, just speaking for it now, like having a positive outlook on something that can be so awful at times just makes it better, I guess. I mean, I'm generally a very happy person anyways. This better not be my mom. No. It's the gas company. But anyways, I'm generally a very happy person anyways. And like when I was 7, I hated my diabetes. I couldn't be 100% me until I embraced that. And for a really long time, I don't think I knew who I was. And then I started to embrace my diabetes. I started making videos on YouTube. And it made it so much easier for me to understand who I was and what I wanted to do with my life. I finally made the decision the other day that I want to be a psychologist that specializes in diabetes education, because there are so many people out there who are therapists that claim they know it all, and they... Hello? Hi? I'm not playing on the phone. National Grid just called. What is it? Why? Okay. Not when I came home, and I still don't think there is. Okay. Alright. Yes, I know. Yeah, I can do that in like 10 minutes because I'm trying to finish up some notes. Okay. I'm really good at burning things. I won't burn the chicken. Alright. Sorry guys, my mom had to call. She doesn't like that I vlog, that's why I told her I was taking notes. And don't worry, you won't be here for another 10 minutes, I promise. Crap, where was I? Oh, but like, I found that part of embracing myself was embracing my diabetes, and you guys are probably like, that's really hard. Well, here's what I did. My biggest thing was that I knew that if I was sharing my story, if I knew who I was, and if I knew what I was doing, it would be easier for me. And I was definitely right. I mean, when I started filming Diabetic Girl 2 years ago, last week, I might pull up an old video off my external hard drive and put it on YouTube because they were awful, but whatever. When I started filming it, none of it was diabetes related, and it related. And it wasn't until later on that it became diabetes related, and then after a while, I was like, it's pointless to call myself Diabetic Girl and not have, I would have one diabetes video a month, and then I was like, you know what, it's gonna be all diabetes videos all the time now. Just because it's easy, it's something I can talk about forever, and you know, sort of sharing my anger or my aggression with you guys about my diabetes and having you guys understand is amazing. And maybe that's why I do so well with this. Because I'm a social person. I like being able to talk about what I'm going through and seeing if I can help you guys with that. And I guess that's sort of what made my journey better and easier. And I guess it hurt a lot less, Being able to say to you guys, like, I put in a CGM today and it totally failed. As much as I hate saying it, I mean, it makes me feel better being able to admit that to someone. Okay, Tuesday, I put in 5 different CGMs and they all fell out. Ugh, I was so mad. Ugh. Okay, yeah, that's it. So, seriously, if you guys don't know how to embrace yourself or embrace your diabetes, it's really easy. You just gotta remember that you have to love yourself. And sometimes that can be really hard. As a former anorexic, I know how hard that can be. Embracing and loving yourself can be so hard when what you see in the mirror isn't what you want to see. And that doesn't matter. Because, as I've said before, and I'll say it 100 times if I have to, you're beautiful the way you are, and love is louder than any pressure to be perfect. So go ahead. Give yourself a hug. Love yourself. Embrace who you are. Because it doesn't matter what other people think. You're perfect, just the way you are. So, here's to your 16, and I will see you guys later. Bye.